Hello, welcome. If you've been feeling a sense of job dissatisfaction that just doesn't seem to go away or get better, you're in the right spot. I'm Jeanette, the North Dawn coach, and today we're diving into the first symptom of a mid-career crisis, and that is that feeling of job dissatisfaction. But also stay tuned because we're not just going to dive into the symptom and leave you there. We're also going to look at what you can do to start to deal with the feeling of dissatisfaction. So first, what does it actually look like? Well, have you found yourself feeling maybe unfulfilled or frustrated with your current job? Maybe you once enjoyed what you do, but now when Monday morning rolls around, it just feels like a drag, a slog. Maybe those feelings of anxiety and dread even start to ruin your Sunday afternoon when your mind starts to shift to the work week ahead. If this resonates with you, you're not alone. Job dissatisfaction is really one of the most common signs of a mid-career crisis. And you know that Sunday afternoon feeling? Well, there's even a name for that, and it's called the Sunday Scaries. So you know if they've named it that you're not the only one that might be suffering through that symptom. So you might be wondering, really, why am I feeling this way? And it's crucial to dig deep and evaluate what aspects of your job are really causing this dissatisfaction. Is it the work itself? Maybe the task that you once found challenging and rewarding now feel maybe monotonous or maybe overwhelming. Maybe your job responsibilities have shifted over time and now you're doing less of what really brings you satisfaction. I know that for me, that was something that I dealt with. That was something that happened with me. As I had more responsibility for developing and overseeing programming and projects in my work, I had less and less opportunity to work one-on-one in coaching and developing others. And that was a really significant part of my satisfaction with my work, my joy in my work. So that feeling of job dissatisfaction really sort of crept up slowly over time. So it was difficult for me to recognize it as it was happening. However, that's not true for everyone. Other people might have a sudden change in their work that really makes it dramatically less satisfying than it was in the past. Another place you might look for the reason that you're feeling dissatisfied is in the environment, the culture, the people, the values in your organization. Sometimes it's not just about what we do, but where we do it and who we do it with. Maybe there's been a shift in the leadership of your unit or the team or the organization as a whole, and you don't feel as aligned as you used to with the organization direction. Another cause of dissatisfaction could come from your direct manager. Perhaps you feel micromanaged or hampered in some way in contributing your best work. Maybe it's a lack of growth opportunities, feeling stuck in the same role with no clear path forward. When we stop growing, we really stop thriving. All right. So the dissatisfaction may be coming from a variety of places, but what can you do if you're feeling this way? Well, the first step is to identify the root cause of your dissatisfaction. Take some time to really reflect on what's bothering you. Write it down or talk it out, whatever really helps you most to gain clarity as you take a deeper dive into your situation. And then once you've identified the problem, seek feedback from a mentor or a trusted advisor. Sometimes an outside perspective can really shed light on things that you might have overlooked or that you're just too close to really get a good sense of. Now that you know what might be missing, consider exploring new opportunities within your organization. Maybe there's a different role or a project or even a team that aligns better with your current skills and interests. Remember that change doesn't always mean leaving your job. Sometimes it's about making some adjustments or finding new ways to reconnect with the work that you do. In fact, I've written a workbook guide that addresses that very idea and talks you through 5 different categories of things that you can try to do to make things maybe a little bit better before you take that big step of deciding it's time to quit. I'll put the link in the description so that you can pick up that free resource. Now, in a future video, we'll dive into what to do if you decide that job dissatisfaction means that it's time to leave your job. But in the meantime, thanks for joining me today. If you're experiencing job dissatisfaction, know that it's a sign that something needs to change, but it doesn't mean that it's the end of your career. With reflection and feedback and a willingness to explore new opportunities, you can rediscover fulfillment in your work. All right, so if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, to subscribe, and share it with others who might be facing a similar situation. Thanks for joining me, and we'll see you next time.